gotta do what you gotta do to stay cool. It's pretty brutal right now with the heat. The feels like temperature is 98, and you can tell, like, that tells you how bad it is, because how hot it is, because I've never had it this bad before. Yeah, it ain't pretty, guys. Hiking's not always pretty. Hey there, guys, RVA Hiker Girl here. Woo, this headband is looking crazy today. Anyway, I am at the Virginia Capitol Trail down in Jamestown, Virginia, and I am doing a through hike of this trail. So it's 51.1 miles, and it goes from Jamestown, which is right down by Williamsburg, and it goes all the way to Richmond. So this is the start of the trail, and as you can see right here, this is mile marker 0. But I'm actually not by myself today. Today I am going to be out with the Jaybird, and we are going to be starting on this trail, and we are planning on doing quite a few miles today. The plan is 20 miles on day 1, 20 miles on day 2, and then 11 and whatever change for day 3 to finish up this hike. So yeah, come along and join us, and we'll show you all the good stuff as it comes. Alrighty. Starting here and going all the way to Richmond.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city light. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand. Hey darling, I love it when it's me and you, on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for 2. Hey darling.
Most people bike this trail. As you can see behind me, all 51.1 miles is actually paved. So that does actually pose a little bit of a challenge, because it's harder on your feet than walking on the ground, and tougher on your shoes, wears out your shoes more. Also, because this isn't a regular trail, there's going to, we're going to be able to get water. There's some convenience stores pretty close. No map of where there are creeks or anything else, so we're just going to kind of play that by ear. There are some public restrooms, so hey, if we have to get water from a restroom, hey, that's where we get it from. The other thing that poses a challenge is where to camp, because there aren't campgrounds. And so around the 20-mile mark, we're going to start looking. We've got a few places we're going to call to see if they will allow us to camp, maybe in their backyard. Yeah, so that's going to be an adventure too, because I'm a planner and I like to plan everything out, but sometimes you just got to go with the flow. All right, so I am at mile marker 6.7, and what's amazing at this mile marker, this is Chickahominy Park, which is just right there, and there's this little shaded section, and it has a bench, and it's also a place like where the bicyclists can blow up their bicycle tires and that sort of thing. And we're going to be going up this bridge that is right up there, and I'll show you the river that we're going to be looking at as we go across. It's really cool. But yeah, right now just taking shoes off, refueling, getting off our feet for a second, and I'll show you this cool map that they have here that helps with mileage to know how far you need to go and that sort of thing. But yeah, we are booking it today. Like, it is 6.7 miles, and it is, let's see, 9:30, and we started a little after 7 o'clock, so 6.5 miles. I mean, it's easy, obviously, because you're on the asphalt trail, but the problem that happens with that is my knees are feeling it. So I'm actually walking over on the side, these little gravel areas and in the grass sometimes, to try to help cushion with my knees. So anyway, well, let me show you the view across the river. Standing on the bench for a little extra hike, but I'm going to zoom in and show you the river we're about to cross. This is the James River, and we basically follow that all the way to Richmond. So here is the map that is here, and it's really cool because it shows you where all the restrooms, bike repair if you're on a bike, snacks, groceries, and we are currently right here at Chickahominy Riverfront Park, and we are going to Charles City Courthouse area to camp, and that is 13.9 miles, so it's pretty cool. Okay, so the trail is right there. So when you come on this side of the pool, restrooms are right here, and there is a fillable water bottle station, and there is power, little power boxes that are right here if you need to charge your phone, and there's shade under this pavilion. So I was just listening to some music just a little bit ago. There was a Bon Jovi song on, and his lyric was saying, "I just want to live while I'm alive." Boy, that's what I feel like I'm doing. I'm living while I'm alive with these amazing, beautiful views. And so what? There's a little traffic. Who cares? It's still beautiful. These are huge. Chicken of the woods. Fungus among us. That one's huge. Gotta do what you gotta do to stay cool. Going through no shade stretch right now, and it is roasting. Whew, me solid. I feel like I'm in a pressure cooker in the oven right now. It's so hot. Whew. Trying to hurry up and get through this section to get back to some shade. What am I doing? Oh, I'm just hanging out on the side of the trail, laying down. Just had my lunch, took off my shoes. I've got a bad case of hiker rash, heat rash going on my feet because it's so hot, and just ate all of my lunch, my oatmeal, and the bird jay is doing the same thing over here as I am. So yeah, it was a scorcher through the desert, pretty much is what it was. Black pavement that you're walking on in full sun. hot, hot, hot. So just trying to cool off a little bit, let our feet air out and relax from the shoes. We are, what mile point?
We're
are
at
we?
about 10.
We're at about 10 miles right now. So it's supposed to be super hot today, 93 with high humidity. I think 93 is supposed to hit at 3 o'clock. So just trying to take it easy for a few before we get back on the trail. Man, oh man, my hiker rush hasn't been this bad in a long time. It keeps on going. So it's pretty brutal right now. The heat is coming off the trail, and that's making you even hotter than the 90 temperatures. And the fact is, most of this trail right here through this section is in the sun, and we're roasting. I'm getting sunburned even though I have sunblock on, and the mosquitoes are terrible even though I have bug spray on. And we can't stop. Every time we go to stop, try to get some food, or to sit down for a second and get off our feet, the mosquitoes just swarm us. All right, y'all, so giving you the lowdown of what's happening. So we're 13 miles in to the hike, came over to a convenience store. We have tried multiple times, I'm gonna get us break. We have tried multiple times to sit down, to get off our feet for a few seconds, to try to get some more food into us, cool down. But every time we go to sit down, there are mosquitoes just on us everywhere. So then we have to pack back up, put my shoes back on. And it's pretty brutal right now with the heat. The feels like temperature is 98, and you can tell, like, I feel like I smell worse just from 13 miles than I did all 40 miles that I did with my Maryland section hike. But it is brutal. Wait till you see my hiker rush. It is the worst that I've ever seen it before. So we were sitting here talking, and I think we're gonna call it. It's a little dangerous, like, to hike when it's this hot. My water is like so hot, it's not even quenching my thirst. I'm so hot, I don't want to eat, and I have no energy, like, to get down the trail. And I don't want to have a heat stroke. I mean, it's pavement that I'm walking on, and all of that heat is coming up to your body, heating up your body even hotter than what it actually is outside. So yeah, so we tried to get an Uber back down to our car. There aren't any Ubers in the area because we're in the middle of nowhere, basically. Sandy Hook Convenience Store, I think it's called. So we went inside, asked the convenience store clerk if she knew of anybody that could give us a ride home, or ride back to our car, actually, which is 13 miles back down the road. And so she literally called the maintenance guy who works on the building here, and she said he's a really nice guy. So desperate times call for desperate measures. So we're gonna pay him to drive us back down to the car. So my plan is to come back when it's cooler, exactly from this spot, and then hike it the rest of the way to Richmond. But August in Virginia, yeah, I should have known better. It's not like this is my first hike or anything, right? All right, so that's the story. Better to be safe than to really have a heat stroke on the trail. And the Sprite is not even quenching my thirst. Like, all I feel like is the sugar, and I'm still so thirsty. And I don't want to get dehydrated either. So that's a real danger on the trail. Anyway, that's the story. So Jaybird,
Yeah,
an RVA
it's
hiker
hot.
girl.
Hardly any shade out on the trail.
Yeah.
Time to go home.
Yeah. So smart hiker knows when to call it. So I'm being smart and I'm calling it. So, all right, guys, until next time.